Hello students, this is a Digital Knowledge Irshad Academy. New video of new chapter Operational Amplifier called Op-Amp. Before going to the introduction, subscribe my channel, press bell icon so that fresh video reaches you. Looking at the papers, we have introduction part called Operational Amplifier. It performs many arithmetical and mathematical operations such as multiplication, addition, subtraction, integration, differentiation. These two calculations are scientific. Op-Amp has a high degree of flexibility, that is can be used as summer. It can sum up 3 or 4 voltages, can find out the sum of all these voltages, can be used to find out the average of 2 voltages, 3 voltages, 4 voltages, can be used as inverter and of course an amplifier. Types of operational amplifier. The first one is a discrete op-amp, integrated circuit called IC, hybrid op-amp. Discrete op-amp. In discrete op-amp, components such as transistor, diodes and resistors all are connected by a length of wire. Components are separate and distinct. These components, transistor, diodes and resistors, they are connected by small pieces of length of wires for interconnections, and these components are separate and distinct. Integrated circuits, transistors, diodes, they are called active components. Resistors and capacitors, they are the passive components. They all are fabricated on a single silicon wafer. No wire used for interconnection. The third is a hybrid operational amplifier, the hybrid op-amp. It is a combination of discrete components and IC chip. It is commonly used. Op-amp is often called black box. Op-amp is defined in terms of A, that is gain of operational amplifier, Zi, input impedance of op-amp, Zo is the output impedance of op-amp. Properties, characteristics of ideal op-amp, and practically it is not possible to have ideal op-amp. However, for ideal op-amp, the gain should be infinity, input impedance should be infinity, output impedance Zo should be 0, bandwidth should be infinity, response time 0, E0, which is called output voltage, must be 0 when E1 is equal to E2, that is in a differential mode. Characteristics do not drift with the temperature. If there is a variation in temperature, these characteristics do not vary with the change in temperature. That should be the quality of ideal op-amp. Advantages of op-amp: it is small in size and has less weight, used in airplanes, missiles, space capsules. Of course, when we are talking about the aircrafts and the airplanes, missiles and space capsule, the foremost consideration is that the size of the component should be small and it should have less weight. Op-amp is cheaper, saves time in designing, in the layout of circuit and testing, has a temperature stability, flexibility, can be used as the inverting amplifier, non-inverting amplifier, AC amplifier, DC amplifier. Reliability, it is reliable, less stray capacitance. Why? Because the wires for interconnections, they are not used, and if you are using wires, there is a small capacitance in picofarad formed, that is called a stray capacitance, and it is going to create problem at high frequencies. It is easier to handle, fewer time delay, is mass production, is produced in large numbers in millions, variable range of performance, can be modified to our requirements, saves laboring, non-amplifier activities, addition can be used as addition, subtraction, multiplication. These are the arithmetical operations and these are called non-amplifier activities. No lead, no wires, as such time delay is less. Non-technical people can replace or remove the IC chip. Entire op-amp is located in black box. Whole op-amp represented by 3Z parameters. This is the advantage of operational amplifier. It is represented by a black box, enclosed in a black box, and then the 3Z parameters, we are interested to know 3Z parameters. Disadvantages, its servicing is complicated. To replace the entire op-amp, you cannot open ICs and may repair it, but you will have to replace the entire operational amplifier. In receivers where bandwidth or selectivity is important, op-amp cannot be used effectively. Why? Because it has a large bandwidth. Of course, when the bandwidth is wide, selectivity is going to be low, and unwanted or called spurious signals will get into and create noises in the output. See that this is silicon wafer, this whole substrate is a p-type, and then N material is doped here, and this forms a capacitor shown here, and it is integrated on the silicon wafer, and then this is P substrate and N is doping and forms NP and produces a resistor, not a physical but doped material causes integrated resistors. P substrate, N doping, P is the substrate, this N is the small doping, and it becomes NPN transistor, emitter, base, collector, and of course the arrow is pointing outward and shows NPN transistor. And see that all these three, transistor, resistor and capacitor, they are fabricated on a single silicon wafer. And now physical components by connected leads and wires. See that we have this silicon wafer is 1.5 inch and a small piece called dicing is cut by dicing, and this is called a chip, and it is 50 mil height and 50 mil wide, and this is cut from here, and then by doping these components, transistor is formed, and this is a resistor formed, as it can be seen here. And this is just a very small, and the transistor occupies a space of 6.5 mil wide and 4 mil height, and small doping. Then a resistor is formed here on this chip, and it is 12 mil long and 2 mil high. This is a dual inline package. This is round top, this is flat package. This is how this small inside pointing, this is chip, and see that there is a transistor, resistor, capacitors fabricated, and with these small wires they are connected to leads outside, and this is called a dual inline package, can be seen here. This is dual inline package. See, legs, terminals on both sides, and it is dual inline. This is flat package ICs, and this is IC containing many circuits inside, and this is IC chip, this is IC chip, and this is IC chip, this is IC chip, and it is a black box. In the black box, these components are fabricated over a very small chip. And that's all. In the next video we will learn black box technique. Thank you very much.